Okay, so my name is Yemisi Legushe. I'm a licensed financial security advisor in Canada, and it is a pleasure to be here. So, there are some few things I would like to clarify. When it comes to investing, the type of investment that you set up is very, very important, right? In Canada, Canada and taxes are 5 and 6. The type of investment that you set up should actually be tax efficient and tax friendly to you. Do you want to invest where you're going to pay taxes, or you want to invest where it is tax free? So the beginning should be tax free. You want to invest, start with investment that are tax free. One is TFSA, tax free savings account. So if you're someone listening to this and you have a tax free savings account, is it invested? Because it is possible. I have done that in the past. In 2019, my first TFSA, I opened it as a novice, and I thought because I opened it, it is automatically invested. But guess what? I got disappointment letter after 1 year, and I just noticed that the money was actually sleeping there. It wasn't the TFSA that I opened was not actually invested. So yes, you can it's possible for you to open TFSA with some financial institution, and then the money is sitting there. Okay. TFSA is an investment account. TFSA means tax free savings account. It is different from a normal savings account, which we call a standard savings account. It is totally different. A normal savings account, which you if you have opened it, a normal savings account is taxable in Canada. The interest that you earn in a regular normal savings account is taxable, but the interest that you earn or dividends that you earn under your tax-free savings account is tax-free. It's just like Coca-Cola said, "This is sugar free. This contains sugar. Which one do you want? Do you want tax-free investment or taxable investment? You are the one to decide how your money should be invested. Do you want tax-free investment, or do you want taxable investment?" So TFSA is number one. Is TFSA the only tax-free investment? No. In fact, there are some things that you are going to do under your TFSA that is going to make it to be taxable. There are some things that you are going to do on your TFSA that will make it to be taxable. If you do day trading, if you do day trading, that is, you bought some shares today, within 4 hours the shares has appreciated in value, you sell it, and then you buy another one, you sell it frequently, that is called day trading. Day trading in Canada is not acceptable under TFSA, tax free savings account. If you do it, in fact, you can do it for 5, 10, 15 years, but the day CRA comes knocking at your door, the bill that they are going to give you is going to be as if you want to you you, you want to dig your grave. It's going to be a huge tax bill. So if you live in Canada and you're looking to understand how to invest, you are welcome to my page. So you have your TFSA and you want to invest. There are other options. Zane, please put your question in the chat. Is it related to the conversation, please? The question you have, is it related to what I have, please? Okay, so you can invest your TFSA in GIC. You can invest your TFSA.
Greetings, madam.
Good
I
evening,
have a
how are you?
question.
Please go ahead.
So my question is, if I invested $5 into a stock market, like for example, right? How much would I get back if that stock grew by 30%? Let's just say it like that. I'm very sorry, I'm
Bless
just
you.
sick.
Bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
Your question is not clear.
Yeah.
Your question again, please go ahead.
Do you want me to repeat my question again?
Yes, please.
So if I sunk $5 into a market like stocks, right,
Mm-hmm.
and then that market goes by 30%, how much would
Go
I get back?
that market goes up by 30%. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yes,
Okay. If it goes up by 30% within 1 year, is that what you're saying?
yes, yes, yes.
If it goes up by 30%, I will just use the calculator to calculate it for you.
Okay, okay, thank you.
So, $5 monthly for how long?
Uh, for 12 years, let's just do like that.
$5 monthly interest. So I will use a conservative number. You might not see 30% every year. So
Yes.
I'm just going to put 10%, and you do that for 5 years. Inflation is 3. Let's see what that will give you in 5 years. So that means you want to do $60 every single year. And at the end of, bless you.
My bad.
At the end, well, you are going to have something. Well, that is what you are going to get. In total, you would have accumulated $85 in interest. So if you're looking to invest, you are someone that you spend like $100 at the coffee shop, you buy McDonald's $20, $50. Guess what? You will still be able to invest that same amount. With as little as $50, you can start buying shares of Amazon, Tesla, you can buy shares of Dollarama even with as little as $50. So permit me to share with you, we all are adults, and what you can do with money is to invest part of it. There is money to pay rent, to pay mortgage, there is money to look good, there is money to actually uh do charity and all of that. But you should also set aside money to invest. So I always advise, start where you are, whether it's $50 monthly, $50 every 2 weeks, $50 every week. The most important thing is that you should start. Okay, but if you have lump sum 50K sleeping, not doing anything, you can actually invest it, and that is my job as a licensed financial security advisor, to help you set it up from the comfort of your home. Right, so anyone that tells you license, you can actually verify our license online from the comfort of your home. Every province in Canada has a council. Every province in Canada has a council, and from the council, whether it's Alberta Council, British Columbia Council, you can actually go to their website and verify my license. In 2026, my job is so easy because you can actually confirm information. So let me tell you a story. I met a client currently, and I was like, "Hey, see, I have this money, I don't want to spend it, but I need it by December." And I said, "Okay, that is short-term investment. You can only do GIC with that type of money." And he said something that makes me so happy. He said, "Oh, I went to ChatGPT and I asked ChatGPT, and ChatGPT also told me the same thing." I said, "Hey, fine, fantastic. At least you have the answer to your question." So we did set up GIC for him, right? So guess what? My job is so easy now because you can actually verify information. When it comes to investing, do you want your investment to generate 1%, 5%, 10%, or you want it to generate 25%? When you're looking for low risk, low return, a portfolio like GIC that is not risky will give you like 2%, 3%. So that we call it low risk, low return. It is good when you just want to do short term investment, 6 months, 1 year. But if you're looking for a long time in the market, for example, you want to set up your TFSA and you're not looking to spend that account, spend the money in your TFSA, you want to start investing consistently for a long time, then you want to consider investing. You can buy shares of companies that you love, you can buy ETF, you can invest in S&P 500, you can invest in segregated fund. So I am here to actually guide you. If you're someone you have locked in retirement funds, Because it is locked in, you don't have access to it. You can't even spend it because it is locked in. Give yourself 1 year. Now, there are some things you don't want to forget. You put a timeline on your calendar. If you have a locked in investment, maybe because of the nature of your job, they offer a pension plan. Some of it are locked in. You can't touch it because it is for your retirement. If within 1 year, 2 years, the locked in retirement plan with your employer or former employer does not give you 3%, does not give you 2%, you can actually move it from that from that soil that is not fertile and put it with an investment company that can help you grow that money. You should not be working 8 hours, 12 hours, and then your logged in money that is for your retirement is sleeping. Your money should actually be working at 8%, 10%. And who can help you to achieve this? Myself, I'm a licensed financial security advisor, and it's a pleasure to be here. So I have some questions in the chat. When is the best time to invest? So far you can afford a meal. So far you're working and you have something extra. Yes, start. Even if you are 17, you are 18, you're working part-time job, don't spend all that money on unnecessary things. Start investing as early as you can. Whether you are 15, you're working, you're going to school, start from that time. Your future self is going to be grateful to you. Another question is, when is the best time to buy a house? People ask that question a lot. But before you ask yourself, oh, when should I buy a house? The issue is, are you ready? Excuse me. Are you doing what you need to do to be able to buy that house? One of the things you can do for yourself as soon as you are 18 years old, right? Whether your parent told you or not, whether the bank told you or not, you need a credit card. You need it. The problem with 18-year-old, 20-year-old is you don't know how to manage money. And credit card can actually destroy you financially. But if you're someone who can discipline yourself at 18, get a credit card. Mm? Get a credit card. Maybe the credit card comes with 500 or 1,000. Use it, pay back. Use it, pay back. When you discipline yourself like that, you're already building your credit history. Because by the time you are 25, 28, 10 years after, and you're ready to buy that property, guess what? Your credit score should be in good standing. You should aim at having a credit score of 700 and above, right? But if you have a credit card, you use the credit card, you spend it all, you don't pay back, it is going to affect your credit score. So you don't want to be in that position. So yes, in the next 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, you want to buy a house, there are some things you need to do, right? One, you need a credit card. It is not about religion. And forgive me if this is offensive to some people, but I'm not talking to everybody. I'm only talking to people that would understand or relate to this with an objective mindset. Having a credit card is not about your religion. It is about the system in Canada. You need a credit card because your credit card is your financial report card. It describes who you are with money. That is the only evidence you have. You want to buy a house or buy a car and you want to do installmental payment. This financial institution, they are not checking your handsome face or fine face. They want to know who they are going to deal with. So what happens is, oh, I want to buy a car. Can you borrow me 40,000 to buy this car? I'll be paying you installmentally. I want to buy a house. I will be paying you installmentally. They are going to go ahead and check who you are. They are going to check your credit report. They are going to check it. If the credit report is not nice, there is maybe complaints from other providers or other utility bill company, or or the credit score is low, that would affect the interest that you're going to be offered when you want to buy a car. So imagine your credit score is 500, 450, and you want to buy the car. The car, the dealership store might say, oh, we give you a rate of 8%. 8. That is high. But it's as a result of who you are in terms of your credit card management skills. But if you are someone you have a credit score of like 700, the same car dealership center may say, well, your interest is like 4%. So the way you use your credit card has a way of affecting you financially, right? And you want to treat your credit card the way you want to be treated when you are ready to buy a house or when you're ready to buy a car. Yes. So yes, when is the best time to buy a house? Whenever you're ready and you can afford the bills. But what are you have to do some things ahead of that time. One, I have mentioned it, you need a credit card. Number two, use the credit card payback. I had a story of someone, he came to Canada in his first week, he went to the bank to set up a bank account. The bank gave him a credit card, but the problem is they don't teach you how to use it. So this guy unfortunately realized that there's $300 on the credit card. So he used the 300 to buy stuff, excuse me, and threw the card away. He thought the bank gave him free money. So guess what? He threw the card away. After 1 or 2 years, the bank reported him to a collection company, and that money had actually generated a lot of interest charges. Okay, so your credit card is an important financial instrument for you. It is not free money. It is money that you should pay back. You should pay it back. If you don't pay back, the issue is they don't even have your time. They don't even tell you these things. So when you have that credit card, you use it and don't pay back. What happens is they charge you as high as 20%, 30% because you did not pay back. So based on rule of 72, which determines the number of years it will take for your investment to double or the number of years it will take for your debt to double. So if you are owing 1,000 on the credit card and you don't pay and the interest charged is like 30%, the formula is 72 divided by R. 72 divided by 30. So within 3 something years, 3.5 years, that 1,000 will double to 2,000 because you did not pay back. But do banks teach you these things? No. Your credit card is a very important thing, is a very important financial tool. Now, for those of you that have been paying only minimum payment on your credit card, do more. Do yourself a favor. Because when you're only paying minimum balance, it means you are going to take a very long time to pay back what you have spent on that credit card. So if you can pay it off, pay it off. If you can pay more than the minimum payment on your credit card, do that for yourself, right? So investing in Canada, one, you want to start with investments that are tax free. TFSA is one of them. The second one, if you have never bought a home and you intend to buy a home in a couple of months or in a year or 2 or 3 or 5 years or 10 years, right? Especially within the next 5 years, between 6, 1, 2, 3, 5 years, you know that that is your goal. Your financial goal is to buy a house or buy a condo. Permit me to tell you that you need to open what is called first home savings account. And first home savings account is only for those that have never bought a house before. You are never bought a house in Canada, or in the last 5 years, you don't own a house in your name. You don't own it. Maybe before 10, 15 years ago, you had a house, you had the property, but because of whatsoever reason, you sold it. So in the last 5 years, you don't own a house in your name. Go ahead and open the FHSA. The reason is it has some tax benefits which are different from what TFSA has. The money you put into your FHSA, there's a maximum 8,000 per year. If you put in FHSA this year, you're able to declare it next year, and then that can help you to get lower tax. Uh, and you can also get, you might even be able to get tax refund because FHSA is a tax deductible account. So what do I mean? Let me put this in perspective. You have a checking account. If you put the money you want to use to buy the house in a checking account, anyway, you can actually spend it. But your checking account, you cannot use it to file taxes. It can't help you to get tax refund. But when you set aside the money you want to use as down payment for that house, you set it up in a first home savings account. The first home savings account, you can declare it when you're filing your taxes the following year, and that can help you to get tax refund back. So even if you have a lot of money in your TFSA, the benefit is tax free if you don't over contribute. But the issue is you cannot use TFSA to file taxes. So you want to buy a house in the next 2 3 years, what should you do? You need TFSA, you need first home savings account. At least let's start with that. Why is the money in your FHSA, you cannot easily jump into that account and take money out if you have an emergency situation, because that account is strictly for buying a home. If you do that, it is heavily taxed. But you have your TFSA, you can actually put money in the TFSA, invest it. If you need that money, you can still pull it out, no questions asked, no tax penalties, right? But for your FHSA, it's an account that the money you put there, you want to use it to buy your first property, and it is important that you fill out the form RC725. RC725 before you take out money from your FHSA to buy that property. What do I mean? You've opened your FHSA for 1 2 3 5 years, you've accumulated money in the FHSA, you've accumulated interest, you've accumulated dividends if you invested in dividend paying shares, and you've actually used the account to file taxes, you got tax refund. By the time you are now ready to buy the property, if you want to take out the money out of your FHSA, there is a form to fill. Make sure you don't make this mistake. Okay? RC725. You must fill that form. If not, no problem. The only thing is that it will trigger taxes. So CRA sees that as money, sees it as a situation where you take money from your FHSA for any other purpose. It is your money, okay? You can do it anyhow with your money. But so far the money is inside a tax deductible account, you have to respect CRA's requirement, okay? You have declared the FHSA when you're filing taxes, you have been able to get tax refund, so you just have to follow the requirement, CRA requirement. And the CRA requirement means you have money in your FHSA, you have earned interest, you have used it to file taxes, you have tax refund. See, this money, before you take it out to buy that property, there is a form to fill out. RC725. It declares that you're ready to buy that house. Without filling that form, you take the money out at your will. CRA is going to send you a tax bill, okay? So you don't want to be in that situation. So now, the next question is, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? Where do you, when you go for interviews, you get these questions. Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? So I'm asking you based on your finances. Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? Are you someone that you want to have been able to build investment? You want to have dividend paying shares? You want to have shares of companies that pay you dividend maybe twice a year or quarterly? You want to have investments that can even pay your bills. Whether you work, you don't work, the investment is able to pay your bills. Wow. So where do you see yourself in 10 years? Start where you are, right? TFSA is one of the tax-free investments in Canada, but you can also invest under your life insurance, right? And it's good if you are looking for long-term investment. Life insurance is an option. It's not for everybody. If you want some tax-free benefits from your life insurance, then you can consider it. Why do you need life insurance? It's not about death. is about the fact that you can enjoy some benefit from your life insurance. You can get $250,000 from your life insurance. God forbid you are diagnosed with a terminal illness. So it's a policy that you might need in age, even at age 65, 70, 75, because of that compassionate benefit that you have from your life insurance. And then in life insurance, you can get your cash value when you are alive. Okay, don't allow social media to confuse you, right? Don't allow you can actually get all this information from the government of Canada's website. Just type lifeinsurancecanada.ca. The government of Canada explains how you can actually use your life insurance when you are alive as a collateral loan. You can use your life insurance when you are alive, right? Okay. And if you have questions, always feel free to reach out to me. And it's a pleasure to be here. It is a pleasure to be here. Thank you.